What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest, I wasn't completely sure I was going to be making a video on this topic. As in, not necessarily talking about the Chicago Bulls because, the draft lottery happened and Bulls kind of staying where they are is it the expected outcome. That was the likely outcome and that's exactly what happened. But I think this draft lottery pissed a lot of people off. And for that reason alone, I'm going to be making a video about this topic of discussion, talking about not just the Bulls, but talking about Dallas, obviously, Philadelphia, and just this draft concept. Is it the right idea going forward? And what does it mean for the NBA long term? Because it seems like, the way that I view it at least, the teams that were really down bad got their lifelines in this draft class. And for whatever reason, that probably the teams that actually needed those players, needed a Cooper Flag, needed to be in the top four, got screwed over this year. So, harsh reality, is it not? What do I think about it? Let's talk. Let's talk all about it in this video. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the NBA draft lottery. Are you satisfied with the Bulls being 12th and keeping their position, or do you feel that we should have been the ones that climbed into that top four and climbed into that first overall pick, and we should have been the one to get Cooper Flag? I'm very well aware that it was one coin flip that could have sealed our deal. If we had won that coin flip, we would be talking about getting Cooper Flag. We would be laughing at everybody else in the NBA while everybody says it is rigged for the Chicago Bulls. They get the first overall pick once again from a 1.8% chance or 1.7% chance of getting it, and all these things. Instead, that honor goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Firstly, I just want to say this. I expected the Bulls to stay where they are. I'm not one of those people that think we could pull out a miracle, and we kind of did see the Bulls jump into the top four to get Patrick Williams. We weren't supposed to be there either. So I have no queries at all about the Bulls staying 12th. We can't jump into the top four every year. And as long as we continue to suck, or at least be within that middle range of the play-in tournament, I can't expect the Bulls to pull out a miracle every year, and hopefully it goes our way. So that's the first thing. I'm not upset that the Bulls stay 12th, but I am upset Dallas got first. And I'm upset that Philadelphia got into the top three. Those are the things that piss me off more than anything. One of them I could probably live with, but the fact that both of those things happened to me is borderline ridiculous. I said it to a friend earlier, and I'll say it here again. I think Philadelphia got lucky, and with the Dallas Mavericks, I don't believe in this rigged nonsense. I really, really don't. I've said that every single year, no matter how good it's been. We obviously got to the 2008 first overall pick, what is it, 8 years ago, 7 years ago? Actually, more than that. It's like 17, whatever it is. Whatever the math adds up to. It was a long time ago. We got that first overall pick, and I didn't think it was rigged then. I don't think it's rigged now, but if there was going to be a rigged draft, this would be the closest to it. I don't understand how an organization can trade their best player, probably one of the best players they've ever had outside of Dirk Nowitzki, to the Los Angeles Lakers, and in return get a first overall pick. Now, those things might not be related. For all we know, Luka could still be there and they would go and get a Cooper Flag, and I feel like people wouldn't even have an issue if that was the case. It would just be Dallas got lucky. 1.7% chance is the lowest, by the way, chance that anyone had of getting into that first overall pick. So it was a long time, it was the Bulls that had the lowest chance to go first with the 2008 pick. Now Dallas had that lowest percent chance, and they end up pulling through. So we no longer have that record. But I feel like if there was any team that didn't deserve a first overall pick, it would be Dallas. It would be Dallas. They're probably the only team I have a big issue with them getting to the first overall pick, because they made a dumb decision and now they got saved by it. They got saved. They are now saved. They get Cooper Flag. All of a sudden, this Luka trade didn't seem like the worst idea of all time, which I still think it is. One of the worst trades of all time, which I still think it is. Now they end up getting saved with that first overall pick. it's wow. Like, I can't believe it. Even now, I cannot believe how Dallas lucked into that. But you know what? I feel bad for teams like the Wizards. The Wizards sucked so bad this year. They were one of the worst teams by a country mile. And where they get sixth, they're picking sixth or fifth or something like that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't even think the Spurs deserved to be in the top four. I don't know what their record is, but, you know, like, I just feel like this draft lottery, this whole concept, I don't necessarily know if it needs changing or not, but man, some teams genuinely weren't tanking this year. Some teams were genuinely this bad. Some teams genuinely could not get a win to save their life. Some teams genuinely needed that top four pick, and they got screwed over this year. Almost all of them. Like I've never seen before. Sure, one team could get lucky, but at least the other three, you'd probably expect them to be there. There was none, 1 through 3, you probably didn't expect that they should be there. That is embarrassing, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's hard to accept. And of course, as a Bulls fan, if we got that first overall pick, I'm not even going to front with you. I'd probably be laughing my ass off. I probably would be. I'd be laughing my ass off. Everybody would be calling us the rigged team, and I'd be laughing at everybody else saying, deal with it. When you're on the other side of it, though, you're not laughing, are you? And I'm not laughing at it either. So I understand it. I definitely understand it. And to the Dallas Mavericks fans, I'm sure they're laughing to the moon and back. I'm sure they're having the best time imaginable at the moment. And they're probably thinking the same thing. They just got saved by the NBA. Heck, I bet there are a few Dallas Mavericks fans that would even say it's rigged, but they could not care less because it finally benefited them. It's just hard to sink in, man. It's hard to swallow, and to let it sink in, it is hard. It's hard to take. So, what does it mean for the Bulls? Well, it meant what it's always meant. Yes, we did lose because of a coin toss. Yes, we are picking 12th. We're staying in our position. And for the Bulls, we should have expected this to begin with. I'm not one of those people that believe we're always going to jump into the top 4. So now we need to start analyzing what talent we are going to be getting from that 12th overall pick. And hopefully, fingers crossed, with every fiber of my being, we get someone that can maybe change this franchise. It's going to take a lot of luck, because when you pick 12th, there's a good chance you're not getting a career-defining player there. But it's possible. We did it with 11, with Matas Buzelis. We picked someone that no one expected us. Again, we picked someone that, at the time, maybe people expected us to pick, but we picked the right player, in my opinion. And we picked a player that could change this franchise. Hopefully we could do it again. I'm not saying Matas Buzelis will be a superstar in this league, but we made the right choice, and I think everybody still agrees with that. Let's go and do another one of those. Let's go and get another player where we say we made that right choice. And let's hope we don't live to regret it. Which we probably will, considering we could have had Cooper Flag. That sucks. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.